Hey everyone, Mr. Gray3IS here, and I'm back with another video. This one is pretty cool. It's gonna change the look of the car fairly significantly. Either you guys are gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, so I'm excited to get into it. Little update on the PPF. Last video I posted on this car, I installed PPF on the entire car. It is going amazing. Edges are staying down. It is acting how it should. Super water repellent. And I'm loving it. The sheen is great. It looks super nice. Trunk is open because I just got out what's for this video. Looking awesome. But for this video right here, we have the HALOBLK HALODISC 2. And these are in the FTP design. So you can kind of tell from the picture, it's a pretty blank design. These are aero covers for the Tesla Model 3. They make them for a wide range of Teslas. They replace these covers in our big discs that go over the face. They help with aerodynamics, so they can give me up to 5% of range. So I'm gonna be doing some testing. I'm gonna be doing an exact route with these aero covers right here, and then I'm gonna do the same exact route with these to see the difference. I should be getting up to 5% range. These are supposedly going to make my ride quieter as well because of the aerodynamics. And they look, well, to me they look kind of cool. I'm curious to see how they look in person. I've seen them online, of course, but it's always different in person, so I'm super excited. And I am curious to see what you guys think of them. They have some different designs on their websites, some with some lines on there, different spiraling stuff kind of on them. I'll throw some pictures on the screen, but I chose the blank black aero discs for mine. So it's kind of going to be the sheen of the lighter black on my wheel covers right there, but it's going to be the entire wheel, so I'm excited to throw them on. Just about exactly a 5-mile drive. I'm gonna do the same exact drive for when the caps go on. 0.0% less than trip projection. So this is kind of around what I drive normally. We can see I was at 255.8 watt hours per mile. It kind of fluctuated as I was driving, but that is where I ended. So I'm very curious to see how it's gonna be with the caps on. Holy smokes. Right off the bat, insane packaging. All the way down to having these all upright. I mean, this, you guys got to hear this. I mean, it's nice. Dang, that's metal with the center locks right here. Holy crap. Wow. Then the accessory box, and I'm assuming the cover's underneath here, so wow, let's dig into it. And let's look at this first. Inside the accessory box, some stuff, some screws. Okay, wheel protection tape, some nice gloves. Oh, another screw. Wow, that is sick. Super cool. I like it, even has the new Model 3 that I have on there. And yeah, oh, there you go. So here's kind of a guide. Oh, wow. And then each cover is in its own box. That is super clean. All right, let's go ahead and open one and see how they look. Dang, sick. Oh, wow. That's really nice. Oh, okay, and it already has like kind of padding around the edges a little bit. I mean, look at that. That is nice. And when the center locking is on there, that'll look really good. HALODISC 2.0 is what this is. That is super nice. Okay, I'm currently reading through the instructions just to make sure I'm gonna do this all correctly. But can I just say, these instructions are really nice. Pretty much this chart here you're gonna use for installation because you need to know which one of these guys, the center locking caps, to put in there, but I'll show you that. And yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So we're gonna start with removing the OEM caps, which for these, there's actually a method. You don't just want to pull them right off. You'll maybe break them, maybe crack some stuff. You literally grab and you pry from the back because there are clips. There's one clip right in the middle that kind of holds it. So you should be able to, okay, see, that's loose right there. Go ahead and do it on this one. And you don't hear any popping noise, you just hardly get this guy off right there. Okay, and it kind of pops off like that. And these are the securing clips right here. They just clamp right on there. So yeah. And some people kind of prefer these wheels. Some people like them. Now that I'm looking at it, it does look cool. I like them. But without these covers, they kind of look small, because if you look at them compared to that, they just look much smaller. So I prefer them with a cover on, but you can even leave them like this. I've seen some people do. Next, you want to wipe these down just a little bit so you kind of get the dust or dirt off of them. You're much going to take this tape that they've provided you. It's kind of like a protection tape. Okay, protection tape is on. I didn't go all the way to the very edge because the kind of top edge of the wheel is going to be seen. So I just went kind of did my best and got close to the edge. All right, and we are on the right side of the vehicle, and we need to be using the H1. According to the chart, we need to be using the H1 pieces. So when it comes to stuff like this or like this, you want them to look like this, the H1 pieces. So I'm gonna grab my center locking piece right here. These are for H2 caps only, this piece, so we do not need this ring. And then I'm gonna go ahead and push this middle part in and slide it right into the hub. And it is tight. I can go ahead and grab this outer ring and spin the hub clockwise. Like this. It is pretty tight. And then from here, we're gonna grab the outside ring and take our tool and spin it until it's fully secured. Okay, that is on there. One more for good measure. Okay, so it is on there, not going anywhere. You always gotta say that. And then our next step, the super fun part, is to go ahead and align the halo disc. So we can go ahead and put it right up to here. We're gonna insert this ring right here. Screws on like this, going counterclockwise. You can go ahead and use the same center lock tool to make sure it is properly seated. Okay, like that. It is on there, not going anywhere, like so. Remember those hex screws that we had in the beginning right here? We're gonna go ahead and screw that right in the middle with the Allen key they provide. Has a nice little bit of thread lock on there, as well as two washers, one being a crush washer. So it will always have outward tension on it, so it can't just unscrew itself. Go ahead and give it one of these guys. Okay, it is really on there. And then we can go ahead and take this middle cover, put it on here, and twist. Oh yeah, oh, you hear that? Wow, that is on there. Wow. That looks cool. Wow. That's so interesting. Look at that. There's a side-by-side comparison. Wow. Yeah, it makes it look like, I don't know, explain it. It's definitely futuristic looking. It's very cool, very interesting. I definitely need to throw some tire shine on there. And I also am gonna ceramic coat all these. I ceramic coat everything on my car. Including these, they were already ceramic coated, so I'm gonna also throw a ceramic coating on these. I use Adams polishes, graphene coating if you're interested. But wow, yeah, that looks pretty cool. All right, well, I'm gonna throw the rest on. It was pretty straightforward. It was a little intimidating at first. I'm like, wow, this is a lot of pieces. But no, it's just one thing after another, and then it slides right on, and you're good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other 4, and then we're gonna go ahead and give it a drive. They are all on, super easy. It took like 10 minutes to get the rest on. It kind of looks pretty cool. Definitely very futuristic. Because it's all one like solid shade of black, it makes the car look a little bit more sleek. Definitely brings more tension to the wheel area. I wanna say I like it. It's definitely different. It probably takes some getting used to. It's cool. I'm really curious to see what it does, if it helps with range, because that would definitely be nice. I wouldn't say it makes the wheels look smaller. That's one thing I was afraid of, is because it's kind of accentuating just the wheel area so much and not blending into the tire. Since it does have a bit of poke, as you can tell, it like kind of aligns just perfectly camber-wise with the fender, which is kind of cool. But since it has that bit of poke, I was afraid it would accentuate the wheels a little much and make them look small, but I don't think it does. I am, like I said, gonna ceramic coat them, throw some tire shine on after this little test drive, so it will give the full effect of how good it will look. But so far, I think they look cool. Suits a Tesla very well. Oh, and you guys might be asking yourself, what do you do if you need to like adjust your tire pressure, or if you get a flat tire and you need to get them off? Definitely keep these tools with you. I'm gonna keep these guys with me, because all you do is twist off this little center cap, you unscrew the screw with the Allen key, and then you can use that bigger wrench to take the hub piece out and your cover's off. Of course, it's a couple extra steps for doing something super simple, but I'm used to doing a couple extra steps for something super simple because my other car is a slammed Lexus, so I get it. It's definitely kind of pain for the gain that you're getting, but yeah, I would definitely keep those guys with you. And I guess a little pro of keeping this in the vehicle with you, if you ever need a bottle opener, maybe you're having a beach day, there you go. You got a bottle opener on it too. Okay, so after that drive, as you can tell right here, it was at 160 kilowatts per mile, if I'm saying that correctly, and before it was at 155. So I think there's probably some random factors that have to do with it, like my AC going, because I didn't precondition the car before I went. It is pretty hot out, but I mean, it is technically more, but I'm gonna call it equal. I think I need to do some more real world testing, probably a longer drive than just 5 miles. What's nice is I do have a trip and my average for what I had for my original wheel covers for the entire life of the car. I'm at 4,000-ish miles now. So I can go ahead and make a new trip for these wheels, and I'll be able to see my new averages for what my watt miles are with these ones. That's gonna take some time of driving and getting averages, but I will definitely update them in the description as I get them updated in my car. Keep an eye in the description depending on when you watch this video. I'll just continuously update them until it averages out. But for now, I would call it about equal. I tried my best with the testing, so please don't hate me if I did it wrong or something, but I did kind of equal driving and it's getting about equal results. But we'll see. I mean, I feel like no way that they don't give a better range result because they are just purely more aerodynamic. But we will see. Time will tell. Well, I threw some tire shine and ceramic coated them, and it looks really good. These are awesome. I really like how they look. Super futuristic. And thank you, HALOBLK, for sending these out to me. Please let me know if you guys have any questions whatsoever in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them. Please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at gray_3is. And wow, yeah, pretty cool. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. This has been Mr. Gray3is, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Walking on